Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. So I was streaming a little bit before. Something went weird on my computer. Okay, so this is an X-Men Mutant Apocalypse any percent speedrun tutorial. I've been playing a lot of it recently. A lot of other runners have kind of been getting back into it, which is cool. Mega Paladin, a friend of mine got into it. L-Rock is a guy I've been hanging out with recently. Started getting into running this game again. And obviously just I've been getting back into it. And Molotov from a couple of years ago kind of inspired me to want to get back into it and try and get a good time. So, in the spirit of, I got world record yesterday. I just figured, let's do any percent tutorial. So yeah. So you always want to start on mission mode. And the timer starts there. And so the cutscene here, you just hold start to get through it. Okay, so that's kind of a common theme. You're always going to want to hold the start button through the cutscenes, the beginning and the end of cutscenes. Or beginning and end of levels, I should say. Because there will be cutscenes in between each level. Except for the first 5 starting missions. So you can choose between any one of the 5. You have to play all 5. I have my splits below to kind of show you what's going on. You can start or end with anyone, but I advise starting with Psylocke because her level is a big pain in the ass. It's a big RNG bullshit fest. So I always like to start with her. So, the moves in this game have a very Street Fighter-esque style to them. So there's 3 main moves that Psylocke has here. She's got her slide kick, which is a forward punch. And that's going to help us go fast, because it's faster than her walk. So we're going to be sliding around a lot. She also has a Hadouken style attack, which is called Psychic Knife, and that's down forward punch. So that's going to be used throughout the level. And then we have what's called a high knee, or a knee high, I guess you could call it. Let's call it knee high. So the thing about this game, and that's the knee high, by the way, that's a down forward punch, so kind of a Shoryuken type style attack. The thing about the inputs in this game is they can be kind of wonky. So say you want to do a knee high. If you get discombobulated, you'll end up doing the psychic knife instead. So I advise just when you're doing your moves, be sure you actually just take the time to make sure you do the input correct, because it's super important that you get the attacks through and then actually be the ones you want. So anyway, that kind of explains Psylocke a little bit. So when we go through the level, you're going to do forward punch, and then the frame you stand back up, you want to do it again. So you're going to get this kind of thing going on. Okay, so a big thing about saving time in the early game, because really grouping enemies isn't a huge thing later. It's more of a big thing in the first 5 levels. So what you want to do is just try to get a pattern to where they're all standing in the same spot, and then you want to do like your psychic knife and take them out. Psychic knife does iframe damage, so as long or as how many frames the enemy is in the psychic knife's hitbox, it'll do damage consistently. You obviously have your combos, which are just pressing Y. And then you have your finishers, which is the ending hit of a combo, which is up and Y. That's going to be used later. But a big thing is just grouping enemies. And there's 3 types of main enemies. There's your grunts, as I like to call them. And you'll see they have tan shirts on. These are the weakest grunts. Then you have the light green shirt grunts. Those are the second strongest. They have a bit more HP than the tan shirt ones. And then you've got your dark green shirt grunts. They have more HP. So it kind of just goes in 3 stages. Then you got your special enemies, which are gunners, brutes, and hunters. And then you got your swamp hunters, but you don't have to deal with them really. That's in Cyclops level. So her finisher is up and Y, and it's a pretty strong attack. We're gonna psychic knife through these guys, and then high knee that guy. So it's kind of just like that. You just want to get the enemies together, knock them out, and that's going to cause the most damage and get through that section the fastest. So yeah, we're going to run into hunters. Here's some gunners right here. You just slide through these guys. And the hunters are what people like to call the knife guys. And they're pretty dangerous. Gunners, they shoot bullets and they throw grenades. They're not too big of a deal. Now right here, what you need to do is you can actually bounce off of enemies with Psylocke. So when you jump up, you want to be facing left, and you want to jump and push down and punch like that. And you're gonna jump off that guy and land here. Another thing to keep in mind is when you hold down and press jump, you'll go through the platforms. That's going to help a little bit later, more with Beast more with Beast than anyone else. So yeah, you want to bounce off that guy and come up here. The mini boss here, it's a lot of combos and your psychic knife. And Psychic Knife actually has invulnerability frames. This guy can be a huge RNG hell. So that was pretty good. That would have been nice to have in a run. If he goes off screen, you'll lose like 3 seconds no matter what. You want to try to do a combo, Psychic Knife, knee highs, anything you can really do to cause massive damage. But yeah, Psychic Knife has invulnerability frames. So as long as you're doing it, you can't take damage, which is nice. So yeah, we just slide through that section. Okay, so these are hunters, or the knife guys. These guys are dangerous because they stab out, which sometimes can be anti-air. So you could be in air way out of range, and it'll sometimes get you for some reason. And they have a slide lunge attack that really sucks. Yeah, and they do a lot of damage too. They don't really have that much HP, to be honest, but they are really annoying. So what I do here is I do my back bounce. I jump in the air, and I back bounce off the left hunter. And when I'm jumping, I'm facing right. So when I bounce off his head, he flies to the right. And then I do a psychic knife on both of them, given that the hunter on the right side stops. So, see, that's the lunge attack. And I probably did it too late because I was kind of explaining it, but you can see that that's just a terrible thing. But if you do the psychic knife or do a knee high, those guys die pretty quickly. And then this is the first Sentinel boss. And he's got two things that happen. He can sit up front like he is, and he'll punch, or he'll shoot a laser, or he'll throw a grenade down, and it like does this like wave beam on the ground. As long as you're up front, this is what we call front of the bus when he's standing close to you. You can do half a combo or whatever you want, and then psychic knife, and you'll be invulnerable. So his punch will go through you, and it won't hurt you. And then you can do a knee high, kick him in the head, and whatnot. The back of the bus, however, is when he backs up, and your combos no longer connect fully, just your longer hits. And then you can do knee highs. Your psychic knife only does like one hit. See, there's the laser. See, back of the bus. And it's really annoying, so you want to see if you can like psychic knife him. Or knee high. See what I mean? That's really annoying though. So, obviously, it can really mess you up, but as long as you just follow that pattern, hopefully he'll stay towards the front. You can just psychic knife him to death. So that level right there is instantly the worst one in the game, as far as like the first missions go. And then obviously like you can't choose her again. So I do Cyclops second because I just mash B when I come out of Psylocke's level, because it'll focus on Cyclops every time. The cursor will go back to him after every level. Okay, there's not much to explain in this one, but he's got a Optic Blast, a low Optic Blast. He's got a punch. His up punch is his kick. He's got a jump punch. Something to keep in mind though is you can do Optic Blast in midair. So it's jump. His Optic Blast is Hadouken, so down forward punch. But then his low projectile Optic Blast is forward down punch, so it's the opposite. So we're just going to go forward. We can skip these guys. There's the dark green shirt guy. And literally we're just going to walk and just jump over everyone. You do not have to do anything here. So that's the whole first part of the level. Okay, so there's two things you can do. You can either jump and do a midair Optic Blast to shoot these guys. What they do is they'll go through the background and then they'll come around the front. You want to attack them, but the Optic Blast kills them in one hit. So you kind of want to time it out. You need to time it out here. So you can just time these out. There you go. There's 4 of them. Just look at where they're going in the background, and then you can time it out. Okay, so guys come from both sides. What I do is Optic Blast right, left, right, left, right. But I do low Optic Blasts, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, and the last one will kill those 2 guys. The reason I do low Optic Blasts is if you see if you do the high one. It doesn't look like it's any different there, but what the high one has some wind up where he like goes like this and then does that whole deal. So if you just do it low, it saves slightly some time. It doesn't look like it, but it does. So you go forward, and what you want to do is just turn to your left and punch, and then just fall. And then you want to hold right. Okay, so now we're about to run into swamp hunters. And they suck because they just come out of the water and stab you, but they're not random. You can manipulate them. When you see the first swamp hunter come out, just jump over him. And then you'll see a second one come out of the water, and you want to just jump over him. Jump, jump, and then just hold right, and they'll just follow you off the screen. So that's literally the only time you'll ever see them. Okay, here, just right, left, left, go right. You can't, there's no speed moves for Cyclops. It's literally just, walking. Because he has this, but it's not anywhere as fast as just walking. Alright. So, the thing I just kicked, this is what we need to destroy. And you can do standing optic blasts, but if you time it right, you can get some really fast, low optic blasts going. And if you don't do it fast enough, you'll get hit by that. There you go. So it destroys that. Now, you want to finish this level and that boss as fast as possible, because the faster the train starts going, the longer it takes to slow down. So it just wastes unnecessary seconds. But anyway, that's Cyclops. He's super easy. Wolverine. The one I do next. Really easy. Pretty simple level. You come out of here, and what I do is Wolverine has 3 moves as well. He's got a swoop attack, which is jump, down, punch. He's got an uppercut, which is like a Shoryu. It's a forward, down, forward punch. And then he's got charge claw, which is forward, forward punch. So what we're going to do right off the bat is jump on the right side of this right tank. We're going to jump off, and at the peak of our jump, push down and punch. And it's going to go through that guy. And then that's that. You keep moving this way. Now right here, you want to do your forward, forward punch. Rip through him. And the guys behind me are still following me. You want to do an uppercut, which is forward, down, forward punch. Right there, and get that guy. And the grenade, if he throws it, will hit the guy behind him, making one less hit, which doesn't matter. So you got a hunter and you got a bunch of guys. So what you want to do is just charge claw all these guys. Get him. Get these 2. There's going to be 2 more guys on the right. But yeah, you just charge claw. Okay, this section right here is a little bit difficult, and it's kind of hard to explain. This has to be done really fast. This is the Wolverine climb, and you climb up this wall. You jump here. As soon as you land here, you want to jump up and grab this and pull yourself up. That laser is going to miss you, and then the timing for this one should miss you too. You jump here, tap slightly left, and land here. Then you're going to, these guys are going to come down and shoot their laser. What you want to do is jump left and then, shit, see I waited too long explaining it. You're going to climb up and jump left and then jump right. And they should miss you. What's up, Shaddy? How's it going, dude? And you're coming down, you'll land here, and then this is the mini boss. The climb is really hard to explain. If you want to see how it's done, just watch my PB, and that'll kind of give you an idea of what you need to do. But it's kind of just really hard to explain. It's more like something you should just watch. What's up, dude? Okay, so the mini boss here. What I do is I do a charge claw, a combo to an uppercut. But if he starts to flash yellow like that, immediately do the uppercut because you have iframes. See what I mean by if you don't do the uppercut there? Alright, so walk forward, start a combo, so it's like, there you go. So 2 hits there should open that up. You want to just come up top here. Forget about all that stuff. That's not necessary. Over on the side. Alright, so we're going to come down, and right here where this bar I'm standing in front of is, or behind, I'm going to jump and I'm going to down swoop. And that's going to make the brute hard fall. And then I can just jump up like this. And that's it. And we're going to do swoops on this boss. You have to hit the head, so jump really short and just kind of do swoops like this. And you'll be safe. You can't take damage really because you're far enough underneath to get hit. And you want to end on the right side of the screen because when Wolverine walks off, you'll save like half a second. Hold start. Okay. Next is Beast. Wolverine's level is really not too hard. It's just learning the mini-boss and the climb. Those are the 2 most important parts. Alright, so Beast has a couple of moves that are really important to learn. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so he has his low punches, which are strong. We're going to utilize those instead of full combos. His up punch, which is his finisher, goes like that. That's kind of his like jumpy doohickey, but for speed we're mainly going to be doing the headbutt, which is forward punch. So what we're going to do is we started here, we're going to come down, and like I was saying earlier how you could drop through platforms, you're going to do down, forward, and B, and you're going to land here on this grate, and then you're just going to headbutt across. You'll make it. So from the start, you just like land here, blah, 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 drop, headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. All right. So you come to these guys, and we're gonna do two normal punches, low punch. So 1, 2, 3, and for dark green shirt guys, it's 1 punch and a headbutt, which is forward punch. Okay. So 2 charges, up Y, charge. Now at the end of your 3rd charge, you'll hear a guy go, ugh! You just hit him there because he just came on screen. So again, just you can either choose to do punch, down punch. Just keep in mind that if you're at the edge of the screen like this and a guy has to come in from the side, he won't come in until you're far enough away. So just keep that in mind. You could really lose time. Good thing to do here. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can do bounces, which is the same as Psylocke. It's just down punch. And you just want to kind of follow him and then punch him when he walks in. Down punch or drops like that are a little bit faster than just punching him, so you want to try to do as many of those as you can. Okay, so this is just again a couple charges. Land down here, charge. You land right here. If you do hit him, that's kind of a bad thing. Say you land right here though when you're done headbutting. I think I despawned him. That's really weird. I've never had that happen. I think I knocked him down, walked a little left, and then despawned him. That's weird. Okay, anyway. What you really want to do when you land here and you're in front of him, you just want to down punch, and it'll knock him down, and you can headbutt past him. When you want to go upside down, I guess I should mention, you jump and then you press up. And you just punch these out. Okay, right here. When I land here, this thing's going up and down here. I jump and then I bounce off of that to land right here. 2 headbutts, 2 low punches, headbutt. It's just all optimizing movement. And this boss right here is debatably the hardest combination of moves possible. It's just really wonky to get used to. But what you want to do is time it out so you do 1 bounce around where his knee is. And then you want to do 2 air punches. And when you land, you want to punch and then do a headbutt. So it's bounce, punch, punch, land, punch, headbutt. So see, I just did it wrong there. I'll do it on the next guy. So bounce, oh shit. Bounce, punch, 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 headbutt. Okay. So, Beast is done. We got Gambit. Gambit is, this is a pretty straightforward level. I'd say it's the easiest one besides Cyclops. So, Gambit, when he moves, he's a slow walker. I think he's slightly faster than Cyclops, I'm not sure. But what he does do is he uses finisher, which is up and punch. He does a flip kick. This is a great deal quicker than walking, as you can see. So what we do is we want to come up this way. We want to flip kick back and forth, get these guys out of the way. Now the thing about his flip kick is if you like mash punch when you're holding up like that, let me clear these guys out quick. If you like mash punch when you're doing it, you won't really go as fast, but if you time it out, you'll go way faster. So I'll show you, like, so it's something you just want to learn to time out. Usually do a spin there, hit that one, and then spin there, jump here, and then... Alright, so this barrel is really important. You want to give it 3 hits, and then on the 4th hit it's going to blow up, but you want to save that for the final floor. Right here you want to be waiting around where the door edge is, and just go like that. The second one's a little weirder. That guy's annoying. Not too hard, just learning how to group the guys together. I usually do in-air hits like that when I'm coming down. Alright, this one. 2 gunners and a dark green shirt guy. Interesting fact, if you're playing the Japanese version of this game, looks like this. Playing the Japanese version, that green shirt guy won't get knocked out by this flame. If you're playing the American version, he will. So what you want to do is just do that and then duck. And because I somehow carded him for some reason, he flew off screen. But it should take out all 3 of those guys, leaving you to be able to go. So we have a hunter and a brute. Hunter comes from the right, brute comes from the left. Just jump in, take him out. Now, it takes a lot of time since he has so much HP. What you want to do is you want to jump in the air. Before you finish the combo, just kind of jump and do that. Then finish out your combo. And now we're on the boat. Alright. So, this is a pretty easy boss. Gambit's card attack. He has the forward one, which throws 3 cards. That's the Hadoken. But he has one where you throw it up, and that's just up, up, punch. And we're just going to do that. What's up, Noble? Why do you say that? Alright, so Brood's level. After all is said and done here, Molotov's run was done in SDA timing, which is from the start of character movement to the end on Magneto, which is SDA timing, which is outruled now. Like mine would have been 1836 SDA timing. He has an 1854 real time. I have an 1851 real time. Okay, so Wolverine. Most people that I've seen run this game use Psylocke for Brood's level. I use Wolverine. I'll explain the Psylocke way first. By the way, Noble Boy, what's up, dude? Okay, so Psylocke, a lot of people use Psylocke for this level because of her slide ability. Her slide attack makes this really nice. So you just kind of slide through everything. What you want to do is bounce off that Brood there. She's really safe in the level. That's why a lot of people like to use her. So you just kind of slide through the level and bounce off that guy again. You won't really take damage because you'll just hit everything. Except for if you stop. I don't know. I don't really ever use Psylocke in this level, so I'm not too familiar with how she works. So you just keep going. Good to hear, man. Okay, so we're at Brood. What you want to do is just do knee highs, which for some reason just don't want to work right now. You can psychic knife his arm off or whatever. The reason I don't like Psylocke in this level is because she's so fucking, like, vulnerable to those Broods like that. But, yeah, that's the way you do it with Psylocke. Queen Brood. I'm gonna reset and put in the password that, takes us back to that level, and I'm going to show you the way I do it. I use Wolverine for that level. No one else does. Hold on. Alright, so I use Wolverine because I find that he's a lot better at dealing with the boss, which is the most important part of that level. Yeah, you have to play the full game through to see the actual ending. So yeah, I find that using the swoops in this level with Wolverine, I timed it out, and he's about 3-ish seconds slower. So what I do is I jump up here, and I like swing down, and that'll hit this guy. And then you jump here, and then you swoop down, and then you just kind of jump up on this truck. If you were to just, like, these enemies are based on a global timer. Me taking my time actually makes them not in the same spot every time for some reason. So, again, just want to go down and kind of pick off enemies like this. And then swoop, swoop, down jump twice. And then you want to do the forward claw here, which is the charge claw. And then I do a down swoop right here. And then I jump on this pipe to dodge that Brood. And then I down jump here. And then when I'm standing here, I will jump and do a swoop, which hits me the life. And then I jump here and swoop again. Okay, so That level with Wolverine is about 3 to 4 seconds slower than Psylocke, but the boss I feel is a lot easier with Wolverine. He'll do double hits with his claw when you're just jumping like that, which actually does a shitload of damage. And that's the Brood fight with Wolverine, which is absolutely amazing. And I feel it's way easier. So sacrificing 4 seconds for gaining so much time on the boss is great. Also, you want Brood to be as far right as possible so that when she leaves the screen, you save a lot of time. Okay, so from here on out, we're going to be using Beast. This is the Tusk fight, and it's kind of RNG related. Okay, so right out the gate, we want to start charging 2, 3, 4, 5. I always keep 5 in my head when I do that. Then I jump punch these guys. That kind of moves us this way. And then there. Charge out onto this platform. Okay. So, Tusk is the first boss where we'll start doing, really start doing punch headbutts, which is, you do a punch and then you immediately go forward punch and you'll do a headbutt, so it connects into a 3-hit combo, which is insanely strong. But you want to be kind of in his hitbox for it to work. You can also lure Tusk towards you by moving back a little bit. And those guys are extremely annoying. But headbutts are really important. And I mean, you can get away with just doing that. And then just up punch. You want to knock him into the lava though, because it'll do extra damage. It's kind of a simple boss. It's just punch headbutts. Okay, so Beast again. This part right here is extremely important. Okay. So, you have lava behind you. And what you want to do is you want to do 3 headbutts. So 1, 2, 3. And then you'll end up here. Then you want to do up and punch, which will throw him forward to get onto this thing. And you want to do another headbutt here. Headbutt, headbutt. You can always break these things by down punching, but headbutt, headbutt. Another up punch. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. Up punch, headbutt. And you kind of get the idea that you just need to get out of here. So when you see those little platforms, you push up punch, which is his finisher, and it'll kind of get you up onto the platform without having to do the full jump, saving frames. And then you jump up here, here, jump up here, and then hold up. This gunner is super important. I don't know if I wasted enough time to where these enemies will appear, but if you leave him alone and you're far enough right, you go like this. Okay, cool. You do 3 headbutts there to get here. There would be a brute and there would be a gunner here, but what I did is I went the bottom route, went far enough right, jumped up, didn't punch that guy, and what that does is it despawns the brute and the gunner. Also, if you have him on screen for too long though, the brute and the gunner will be here. So you've got 2 hunters and you have a dark green shirt guy. What you want to do is jump punch and headbutt the left hunter, which will throw you in the hitbox of the right. Obviously I waited too long, but you can kind of just headbutt these guys how you want. They die pretty easily. So when you're here, again, instead of doing the full jump like this, you can just up punch. You'll do that. So, whoop. And also if you bounce off the wall, you'll do that thing. You don't want to do that either. That wastes time. So instead of going up, just headbutt, headbutt. And then we're going to jump here. This is a series of jumps, so you just kind of like jump here, here, here. I always punch that guy for some reason. So that's just how you go through the level. Alright, so Beast has what I call punch juggles, which you punch them in air, so it's just his jump punches. It does a lot of damage, and it also like stun locks enemies. So what I do is I jump in and do an air punch, and then I'll jump again and punch at the same time. So it's punch, top of your jump you'll punch, and then as you're coming down you'll punch, and then you'll repeat. So it takes a lot of practice to finally get like the timing down, but it's gonna look something like this. So at the end of those I did like a normal combo, but what you can do is punch, forward punch, so it's a punch headbutt combo. And that just does an insane amount of damage. So that's how you do most fights from here on out. You can just mash Y and B to get through the password section. Okay, so that was the Apocalypse level. We're on Omega Red. This is complete RNG. It's total bullshit. What he does is he'll just jump around. If you get too close, he'll wave his shit in your face and knock you down. What you want to do is just stay underneath this platform and wait for him to come down. Then you want to go in front of him and then do a punch to headbutt combo. Like that. Like I'm going to wait. And see, he can either come down right away or you can wait forever like this. That's the Omega Red fight. Alright, so I'm actually going to take a quick picture here of this password so I can do this again here. Hey girl, like, what am I bringing hardware wise? Oh, cool. I'll bring my Super Nintendo and my PlayStation if you want. Alright, so Jugs, what we call the Jugs quick kill. L-Rock, another runner of this game, actually came up with this. If you walk over top of him and start doing juggles behind him, on the end of the third juggle you can duck and he'll try to grab you and then you can continue your juggle. We'll see if he does it. I just messed that up. See, he grabbed there. What you want to have happen is you'll duck for 2 frames. He'll go to grab you and you jump again. And you continue the juggle. So let's see if we can get this to work here. I'm gonna take a look at this peeksy at this password. Beast, Gambit, Wolverine, Beast, Psylocke, Cyclops. Alright. So, we'll see if we can get the Jugs quick kill. I'll hit you up on Facebook, girl. Or you can just kind of do that. If you don't feel comfortable doing the other thing. Just wanted to show you an alternate way. I'm all about the Jugs, man. Yeah, dude, Jugs quick kill. So, I can make an alternate video explaining with a game saver and everything how to do that. But yeah, that's Juggernaut. It's not too bad. Just got to learn to do, again, the juggles. Okay, so Avalon is the most important level of this game. Avalon is a shitter, and this can completely ruin a run. There's acolytes, which are the main enemies of this level, and they will appear right in front of your face and ruin your day, like that. I just wasted about a second doing that. There's these enemies, which you can just, you know, low punch twice. So I'm kind of just going through, and I've found success in just kind of like trying to get rid of these guys. But these things down here, if you take a hit, you'll take a heavy fall. And you can't headbutt over them either, or else you'll take a hard fall as well. So I found it that it's best to just kind of like jump over it. Really just getting to this section. Exodus is a huge pain in the ass. I invented a strat called the Exodus 1 cycle, where in real time you can beat him in obviously 1 cycle. What you want to do is you want to back up slightly and then jump forward and then punch him in air and then do a head bounce. That's going to bring him down. And then you're going to juggle and then do your punch to forward punch. Like this. But like... kind of like that, except for you would be doing it the first time around instead of him disappearing like that. So that's Exodus. I can also make a video on that as well. Yeah, 1 second quick. Okay, so from here we just want to go forward, 3 headbutts, and then I always do that. And now these, the volts on the floor, I always kind of wait. I've seen people go up like this and continue the level going this way. And doing this whole thing and such, going up top. But I find it's easiest to, God, this level sucks so much. You can see how much bullshit goes on here. That when you come from this end, instead of going up above everything, I always just go this way. So it's just headbutt, come over. I wait for the volt to go through, and I kind of try to follow behind a volt. Obviously, you can see that these guys suck. I might just play this level through again to show you exactly what goes on. But what you want to do is just kind of follow behind the volt with your headbutt. And then... go down the bottom route. I see a lot of people go up on top, and I feel like top route's slightly slower. Yeah, optimally, Garl, this level looks really clean, but it's just, it's like Contra. There's so much shit going on. So, Exodus here, let's see if I can get it. Shit. Alright. So again, you're going to do 3-ish headbutts. 2, 3, down, down. See, if you hit a volt, then you get hit, and you can't headbutt over it. So I wait for the volt, and I kind of follow it. See, but if you hit these guys, it's super annoying, because then that can happen. That's why acolytes suck. But you don't want to kill them, which is the shitty thing that you might have done, because you want them to appear here, so you can head bounce off of them to get up above, or else you just wasted your time. If you kill the acolytes, you're screwed. You gotta go back and do all this. So, like, go this way and blah, blah, blah. See, but if they come back like this, it just takes for fucking ever. You don't want to kill them. So, pretend I didn't kill him, and I went to the right. God, I kill him again. You want them to appear here so you can bounce off of them and go up. That's basically it. But see, it's like RNG where they show up. So if they just decide they want to be in front of you and you kill one, you'll have to go back and do this shit again, which sucks. Let me see if I can actually do this. There. Then you go up like this. That's how you want to do it. It's just so unpredictable. Alright, so this boss is like a big cannon on the ceiling. What you want to have happen is you want to jump up and like continuously head bounce him. But you don't want to mash the punch button, or else you'll do it really slow. What you need to do is just take your time and practice the timing for it, but you can get really fast bounces. It's kind of a pain in the ass. See, and then the ceiling things, like you'll get completely fucked over by it. This is just a nightmare of a boss if you don't do it right away. Alright, I'm going to do that level one more time if I can. I'll do see if we can get the jugs quick kill. I'll go through that level again. And then we'll try to do it the right way. And then we'll continue to Magneto, which is pretty much the run killer besides Avalon. Wolverine, Beast, Psylocke, Cyclops. Alright. What's convenient about this game is you can just use the passwords to practice any level you want, which is kind of cool. So, again, Juggernaut, we're going to try to do this. He punches up, then all you got to do is go like this. There you go. It's RNG. Swear to God, it's like you can manipulate the RNG, but it rarely ever works. Okay, then Avalon. I'll show you exactly what it should look like, hopefully. Let's see, they'll always get in your way, and it's super annoying. There we go. Clean opener. Exodus. Back up a bit. Jump forward punch. Like this. There we go. There's the Exodus 1 cycle, which is really clean. Now you get your 3 headbutts. 1, 2, 3. Punch, punch. Follow the volt so as to not hit it. If you're low on health from anything, you can grab that health there, come up like this. There we go. Now you want to jump up on this one and jump up on this one. I usually wait for this volt to pass. And sometimes you get hit from the volts and it's just pure stupidity. But that's that boss. That's how that should look like. Alright, so this is Magneto, which is the dumbest end boss in any video game ever. Debatably, but it's pretty bad. He has this ball of energy around him that is just, if you get hit by it, it makes you do a heavy fall or a hard fall. He's got that metal move, which I called construction. So when he does construction, it pulls out a bunch of shit and he throws it at you. What it does is he pulls out 4 and they all center on you. There's a somewhat consistent way to get rid of that. You want to bounce off one before he throws them and then in air punch the other one. And the other 2 will kind of just fly off below you and it won't hit you. It's really important to be on top of the platforms when they're at their highest. so you have time to jump over or plan out what he's doing. And what you want to do is, if you can get high enough and jump over what he's doing, you want to do an air punch, land, punch, and then forward punch, headbutt. And that does the maximum amount of damage. So there's construction, and then there's the pink ball. The pink ball will also center in on you and follow you, and that'll lock you in and drain your health. That's a shitty one too. You always want to try to jump over that. And then a thing about Beast is you can actually bounce off the top of his electrical field to kind of stay on top of the platforms. It's really important to do that. But yeah, mainly you just want to stay at the top of the platforms, dodge his stuff, and learn how to manipulate the construction pattern. There's like an attack right there. And I mean, you can like jump up like that. But you want to make sure that you're at the top few pixels of that electrical field, or else you'll just take damage. So, like that, it's really pretty easy. Just kind of bouncing off the top. See, but if the platform below you is too low, you'll fall too far, and then the bottom piece of metal will come up and hit you like that. That's why it's super important to just be at the top of the platforms there. Or towards the top. So just kind of follow this theme here. And if you don't do it fast enough, you'll start going back into his electric thing, which can cause you damage. And again, if it hits the bottom of you, you're screwed, so... He's just a pretty crappy enemy in general. But, I mean, once you learn how to manipulate his attacks, he's not too bad, but you just want to do it quick. Make your attacks quick. Make sure they count. Because see, when he does this kind of stuff, if you start falling off a pattern, he can cause a lot of damage. And it can be really inconvenient. There we go. And he's done. And that's when you'd stop the timer at the end of the Magneto hit. So, that is X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. I could also make certain videos on certain tricks. But yeah, so... the run itself, it looks easy if you're just watching it. Like, some of it looks simple and seems simple, but it can actually be pretty difficult, like grouping enemies. And when you're trying to move at your fastest, keeping the idea of precise movement, like how many headbutts to do at a certain time, when to do an up punch to get like a smaller jump. It's just a big thing. So just keep in mind your movement and all of that stuff. And if you have any questions, shoot me a PM or something. Or just refer to this video. If there's anything you need explained more, anyone wants anything explained more, just tell me. But I figured it'd be nice to make a tutorial on any percent. Maybe people would want to get into it more. But yeah, I'm going to stop stream right here quick. And then, yeah.